I used to have a shiny Snow Crush, and I, like, disenchanted it way back when to craft something else. Like, when I was first building all my decks. Now I'm sad I did it, but had to be done. I have a bunch of other shiny legends that I'm sitting on, and I haven't dusted yet that I probably should. Looking at you, Shogun of the Waste. So again, we're up against Batteries, who's on Combre Plate. I don't know. I don't know what a good hand looks like against this deck, but I don't think it's that. At least this has Witch Storm. It's something. I don't know how we're going to win the game, but maybe we won't lose it. Alright, that's how we win the game.
Mind over body.
Well, I'm just going to have to Lightning Storm that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's correct. Man, I have no idea how I'm going to sideboard for this matchup. So I can Vera's Favor here to guarantee a next turn Champion of Cunning, but they had no threats, so it kind of makes me think they've got like Vanquishes or spells in hand rather than units. And plus, Vera's Favor is really useful for popping Aegis on a Copper Hall Elite, which they play 4 of, and that card's like really hard for me to deal with. So I'm going to pass. There's a pause here. That means they either have a Torch or Protect, or both in hand. They're playing both of those cards. There's the Copper Hall Elite. We're not going to get to kill it here, sadly, but at least I get to pop it. So I can either go Shadow Sigil here to try and get like Champion of Cunning to buff itself next turn, or I can try and go Primal Sigil in the hope that somehow I draw 2 more Primal Sources before I play this Champion of Cunning. That sounds unlikely. Let's just plop down the Shadow Source and roll from there. Yeah, if they've got Protect, we're in real trouble here.
They won't stop me.
Or that, I guess, also is a pain. That's a pain in the tuchus. We can play the Bloodcaster to try and, like, you know, do this weird idea called blocking. Doesn't do anything if they have Torch or Finest Hour as those cards that are slow. Play a Witch to pop Aegis, make this an X1. I'd feel a lot better if I knew I was going to draw, like, anything. God, this card is such a nightmare for our deck. It just feels like if I Death Strike the 4/4 and they just have this other Aegis 4/4, like I'm in so much trouble. It's either a Witch or Champion here, and I can't decide which. I think it's Witch. We get to pop 1 Aegis, we present a blocker for this. Even if they, like, Torch this or whatever, their hand's all spells. Like, they missed a power drop last turn. Right, so they Torch this. But now if we draw power or something like that, I can go, like, Bloodcaster, hold up Death Strike, which sounds kind of nice to me. Like, this Bloodcaster threatens to block this. Then if we get them to use Finest Hour or whatever, we might be able to get a blowout. Something like along those lines. Trying to navigate this carefully. Now they okay, they don't have Torch. There wasn't even a pause there. Like, they don't have Protect? I thought there was a pause that on my end turn. Did we just both click through it really fast? Yeah, I don't want to hold up this Death Strike the entire game. And it's like, I want to tab out. Yeah. So if I wait one more turn, I could potentially give this Aegis.
Winds protect me.
Oh, I should have just drew cards. What am I doing? So bad. Ah, damn it. Wow. Yeah, I was on 7. Oh, God. Yeah, that was way better than whatever the hell I just did. Now they have, like, double Vanquish or something. Like, they play no threats. Like, that means their hand's either all Jacks or it's all Vanquishes. Like, one of those two things. Or, like, Desert Marshal here. I'm gonna wait. That was terrible. That was so bad.
You can escape me.
That is gonna be so costly. That's gonna be so... I just had a total brain fart. Absolutely terrible. It's just really, really bad. That is gonna make life so difficult. Just in case they had another Marshal, I didn't want to swing there and exchange 2 for 2. Just now, if they have, like... I'm gonna keep killing their units. Trying to recover, not be too salty about this. Bad play. I just have to do this. I can't keep waiting. I have no idea when I'm actually gonna draw a Primal Source. I should have also played this post-combat if they had a Desert Marshal, because I just gave them a window to silence this. Oh my god. Like, I've made 100 mistakes this game.
Who's the target?
Like, no lie. 100 mistakes. 1 million mistakes. Oh my god. I can't block this. I can't... Am I really... Oh god. Wow, this is bad. I made a lot of mistakes this game. Can I really win this game if I'm chump blocking with a 4-5? They're probably just going to jack it again. And I'm gonna die. Boy, we drew 2 Annihilates. Yeah, we knew that was good. We knew they had Vanquishes. We knew it. I drew 2 there. I don't even know if we were still gonna win the game, but casting Island's favor was so stupid. I should have just immediately played the Champion of Cunning after I messed that up royally. Like, just because I made 1 mistake doesn't mean I was supposed to compound it with a second mistake. This matchup's so difficult for us, I can't afford to make any mistakes. Much less ones that are that bad. Oh, my god, that was terrible. That was awful. Well, try and get our heads on straight and fix that. My god. What do I do here? Well, those aren't coming in. Feaster is conceivably a good card in this matchup, but it seems really slow. I think we gotta go with Strays and hope that that does enough work. It kills basically everything in their deck. That seems good. Kills Jack, Great Parliament, Copperall Elite, Valkyrie Enforcer, Seraph, Amber Acolyte, Desert Marshal, most Awakened Students. So I think it's reasonable to bring in Stray. Do I just take out the Witches? Or do I keep those in as well as Aegis Poppers? Scaly Gruons can buy us some time. If I'm taking out Witches, they get a lot worse. Island's Favor I might just take out to take it out. If we're lowering our curve, which I think we are here, makes sense. No Crush Animus could be a mass stun, but probably too slow. Stuns aren't particularly useful here. I probably still have to play Permafrost in this matchup just because I need like answers to Awakened Students, but they have 8 silences. Woof, right? Same with like the Annihilates are super awkward. The Annihilates hit Valkyrie Enforcer, and that's it. All they hit. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say Permafrost is better. Oh, they also hit Amber Acolyte. Oh, and they hit Great Parliament? Okay. We'll maybe keep 2 of them. Something like that. Not the Island's Favor. The Backlash is interesting in that they are playing Finest Hour, Protect, Torch, Vanquish, Parliament. And they're almost certainly siding in Stand Together. It'd be very surprising if they don't. Their sideboard is Combray Healer, Stand Together, Righteous Fury, Parliament, Ascendant. I imagine they still stay aggro. I'd be pretty surprised if they bring in like the Ascendant plan. But maybe they do, and I'm supposed to bring, like, keeping these Annihilates, but I don't think so. Storms can clean up stuff. I guess that also hinges on which. I think I just want the bigger impact spell. I want one Vera and cut the rest of the top. You gotta make a lot of cut. I want the Impending Dooms. I just want the 5/5 fly. Lightning Storms are nice for popping Aegis. Sabotage hits plate and some of their combat tricks. I think it's worth playing. They don't have any weapons, though. So it's really just trying to hit Parliament and plate. That's 5 targets. And Vanquish. I think we'll run 2. Ruan's died a Stray. They block students for a little bit. They block Seraph. They block Acolyte. They don't block Elites. Maybe just go down to 1 Gruon. Something like this. It dies to Stray. So we're just going to try and, like, race them. I don't know if that's a good idea, but it's the idea we're settling on here. Our curve gets really weird. Do I still want this Feaster? Feaster might be too slow. But it is a flyer. I don't know. They seem a little weak to flyers once we get them in a board stall. Has minor synergies with Backlash, Death Strike, Wisdom. We'll try something like this. I don't know if this is correct. I don't have a lot of experience with this matchup. I wish I had more, honestly. Like, this double Backlash could just end up being terrible. Like, that makes me nervous. Yeah, I think I'd rather... I'm not sitting around with Backlash in hand all the time. It might be fine to have one, but... Ugh. They could just next level me with their sideboard, though. They could just totally next level me, and hats off to them if they do it. The moral of the story is, in bad matchups, don't punt. Man, it never wants to save my title. I actually have to hit save. Well, let's see if we can win a match the hard way again. Oh, man. I gotta stop thinking about that last game. The past is the past. Let's move on. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It's crazy how bad this card is against Protect. I'm supposed to wait on this. Raise the chances of them drawing plate. Do I want to go for the primals or just Rush Shadow? Let's Rush Shadow with a double Harbinger draw and a Sabo. It means if I'm scared of Vanquish, I can always take Vanquish. There's a pause there, which means either Protect or Torch again.
Mind over
they probably had the Awakened Student last turn, but they wanted to hold up Protect or Torch. Or actually, that actually suggests Protect, right? Pending Doom. Oh, no, now I wish I Saboed. That's for sure. But if this leads to Vanquish, it's not the end of the world. The other option is Sabo and check, because let's see here. Next turn I'm either straying or nothing. We don't know what we're going to draw, though. Maybe Sabotage just is better here. He chose to not cast Seek Power. They were bluffing. Well, we get a Stand Together, which is a good hit. But that doesn't make me feel good. But, okay. We know they have a Seek Power, and the rest of their hand is units and power. They don't have any spells in hand. They might have a spell in hand now. There was a pause, though, on turn 2. I'm so confused. I'm really tempted to Stray here. Really, really tempted. Because if they plate this up, like if they draw plate off the top, we're in trouble. But I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to be greedy and try and race this. Pause. Right. The pause was a Desert Marshal. God. My brain's not working. Okay, they've got a Desert Marshal in hand. That's why there was a pause on 2 on my end step. They had Desert Marshal.
They won't stop me.
But you can either Stray and try... No, I can Harbinger to set up Stray to kill that. Yeah. Just try and somehow win this race. It means I'll still have this. Okay. Yeah, I think it's better to just start playing out Harbingers.
Safe travels, friend.
What do they hold back here to try and eat with a Desert Marshal? Man, how do we play around a Desert Marshal here? Like, can I even do it? There was a pause there? Alright, well now they drew something else. They drew something else, but Backlash helps with something else. So how do I want to do this? And this might end up just killing us. By pre-combat Stray... They still just to play Desert Marshal and block anyways. But I might be able to get them if they actually drew another Stand Together. I could like blow out Stand Together. Or I could just play another Harbinger here and I'm overthinking things. But I like being able to hold up Backlash. If I swing with Harbinger though and they block like this, like they silence block, I could just Harbinger again and then I have this. Yeah, but then I'm not holding up Backlash. Boy, man, Desert Marshal's so good. Like, I just have no good lines of play that I can find here. You could just swing with just Impending Doom. It doesn't make sense either. This lives, man. Maybe I was supposed to stray way back when. I'm gonna hope to bait out a Stand Together here. The odds of them drawing two are low, but you know it's probably Torch or Finest Hour or something like that, or Protect. But I feels like all of these moves aren't that great. Protecting the Awakened Student so it doesn't get shrunk. I think we save Backlash. Although I know they don't have any other spells. And this could be relevant for blocking. Let's see. It's going to become an X2 and then an X3. Like it's sit these back for a turn. But I can already double block it. And then they have Desert Marshal. So I just don't swing at all? Then they Desert Marshal, Harbinger, clean up. Alright. Wait, what? Okay, yeah, right. The damage happens first. I am 100% sure they have a Desert Marshal. It's just, they have to. The game doesn't lie. The game doesn't deceive. Yeah.
Think you can escape me?
And then they actually are going to draw Vanquish for this?
They won't stop me.
Well, there's that terrible Annihilate. Oh, wait. This has an Aegis. That doesn't work. Yeah, I don't know why I kept any of these in. I don't know. I guess because I just didn't have better cards to play. It's not like if this was a Withering Witch, I'd feel a lot better. Yeah, we're pretty dead, right? 13? Oh, that doesn't kill us until this does, but this gains me life. We have 6, 11... We have 11 damage in play. So if I draw Permafrost, I win? Because they didn't swing with this? But I guess I could have just blocked anyways. I didn't draw Permafrost, so what does that mean? Oh, no, this has Endurance. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right, it just didn't matter. Well, still, if I drew Permafrost... No, it didn't matter. Yeah, Annihilate's just a dead card. Boy, this matchup's so terrible for us. This is crazy how bad this matchup is. Yeah. I would have needed to draw, like, Death Strike. Yeah, alright. Ugh. I think I played that game correctly. Maybe there's something I could have done better. There was that turn where I could have tried to just stray the 4/4, but I don't know, they had more Copper Hall Elites. It turned out being right to hold Stray, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, like, I was supposed to... Lightning Storm Stray, though, clears both sides of the board, not just my side. So that's, like, not really good either. Yeah, I just think that's a really bad matchup. I really don't know how to approach it. Like, I just didn't have a sideboard for Combray units with plate. Like, Rakano, against Rakano at least, Annihilate's pretty good. Like, you only have to worry about the 3/3 Endurance quick draw unit. And we still have the 3 Death Strikes for that, but I mean, that deck's packing Awakened Student and Copper Hall Elite. Like, that is a mess to deal with.